Hey. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, brother? Hey, Ben.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah, let's.
Where do we stand? There's a spot right there. That's just got so
Hey, Jeremy, do you want to lead us in? Oh, Kyle's going to lead one? I know. Joyful noise, joyful noise. Come on, Kyle! Woo!
Stand on up, we're gonna sing some songs. Won't you sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Won't you write my name on the roll? 'Cause I've been changed. Since the Lord has lifted me, don't you know I wanna be ready, ready when Jesus comes. Oh yeah. Won't you sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Won't you write my name on the roll? 'Cause I've been changed. Since the Lord has lifted me, don't you know I wanna be ready, ready when Jesus comes. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let it shine, shine my light till Jesus comes. I'm gonna let it shine till Jesus comes. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh yeah.
So won't you sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Won't you write my name on the roll? 'Cause I've been changed since the Lord has lifted me. Don't you know I wanna be ready, ready when Jesus comes. Oh, don't you know I wanna be ready, ready when Jesus comes. Oh yeah. Don't you know I wanna be ready, ready when Jesus comes. Oh yeah. Amen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, guys, go ahead and grab a seat. Kind of feel like this is bad group dynamics because they have the worst view ever. Guys, I first of all want to clarify some of my own personal lingo. If we have a men's meeting, there will be meat provided. So if it's a devotional, if it's a men's devotional, you might get a snack. So eat before you come to that one. Usually when we do these, we'll start serving at 6:30. We're not in a hurry. Fellowship is so important to us as men. We need a chance to be able to talk. We need good food to talk over. And it just kind of helps to create memories when we have these sort of times. But with the meat is going to be meat. So we will, in 2025, starting in February, we'll have a men's meeting once every other month. The ladies will get together because if we have too much fun, they get jealous. And, so you have to kind of lower expectations when you go home. Like, don't tell them everything. I mean, wait till the marriage retreat, then you can tell them. But so we'll do this every other month, and the idea is that we're going to build on lesson on top of lesson on top of lesson. because our whole situation here is under attack. And it's becoming dangerous to be a man. I mean, we're constantly being kind of put into a box, and you want to step out, but then you're like, am I being toxic? And you want to try to lead, and then that's kind of looked upon in a certain way. And really the answer is not for us to back down or to get passive or to stay silent. Remember what happened in the garden? That was Adam's big sin. He was right there with his wife. She took the fruit, ate some, and then gave it to her husband. And the Bible even goes out of the way, who was with her, which means his biggest mistake. And our biggest mistake would be to step back into passivity. It is safer, but it's not how God made you to be. And so we are going to do a study. It's all going to be about Boaz all throughout 2025. It's way deeper than you give it credit for. It's a short read, so even all of us can read it. But we're going to unpack it in ways that are going to edify you, remind you who you are. It's going to be a great time. But I wanted to start tonight with that picture of what were we designed to do. And so this is over in Genesis chapter 2. And some of the guys have a Saturday morning, what's that group called? It's not a meeting, but we did meet at Big Biscuit. Bema Brothers. Okay, so this group is going to start a book, which I went ahead and bought and read. So I see where we're going. But it's called The Men We Need. It's by Brant. Is it Brant Hansen? Fantastic book, quick read. I'm kind of into short reads. Because I honestly feel like if you can't tell me what you need to say within 100 pages, you probably don't know your stuff very well. You should be able to get it into a place where people can pick it up and read it. He does. So it's a great read. And so some of the ideas from tonight are coming from that book. A lot of this is my stuff too, but I want to make sure I cite the source so you can follow up and read it. So let's go to Genesis 2, and let's read in verse 15. It said, "The Lord took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it." That one sentence. There's so much given in the description of this moment. We kind of have the creation story in chapter 1, and it was almost like God goes, y'all didn't hear me. I got to tell you the story again. And so the same story's told in Genesis 2, but this detail is incredibly, incredibly important. Man was created for a task, and it's not just a farm. It's not just a garden. We could minimize it down to that, but these are powerful words that he said. To work doesn't necessarily mean to till. It means to serve, to worship, to work. It's the same word that would be used all throughout Exodus as Israel is being told to come out to the desert to worship God. It was the way that God was being introduced to Pharaoh. It's one of the most popular words in the Old Testament because it has this three-pronged dimension. It means to serve, it means to worship, and it means to work, which in a Hebraic thought means those things are always tied together. Serving, worshiping, and work. And I know many of us just got off work and you probably did not think, I really worshiped today. You probably didn't even think that I enjoyed this service today. I just worked. And I think that we need to redeem some of that. But some of this needs to go back to just understanding you were designed to be productive, to make a difference. You were put in the world because you matter. The world needs you. We're either going to continue to build Eden or we're going to continue to tear it down. What you do matters. And the second word, which he says, he was put there to work it and to take care of it. I know, that's the translators are brilliant. That's a great translation, but I wish there was a singular English word to convey the idea. To take care means you become its guardian. The garden is safer because you're in it. You know, you're the protector. You're the provider. I mean, to take care of it is accurate. But we know what it's like when we actually do that thing. You know, when we step in and we go explore the noise that's in the house so your wife can stay in bed. You know what I mean? You don't even care there was a noise, but she does. And you hero up for a moment. You're like, "I'll go take care of it, babe." Do you know how sexy you are to her in that moment? Yeah. Extremely. Yeah. Take notes. Write that down. It's extremely because everyone knows that's what we're made for. Right. There's a bug. Who do they call? They call you. Kill the bug, Dad. You know, I used to tell the girls, don't eat it. Oh, Dad. You know, but everyone just knows that's how we're wired. We're the providers. We're the protectors. And this is what Adam was told. Listen, you have a function. You're to work, worship, and serve. That's your lot. It didn't get cursed when we fell. It just got repositioned. Because it was going to be through that word that God was going to redeem the world back to him, and that what was fallen was going to return back to a garden, which will eventually in Revelation become a city through us. And then when he made you and placed you here, he thought about your neighborhood. Because you, with your convictions and your character, when people walk in your neighborhood because you're in it, they're safer. They might not be able to put their finger on it, but that's the difference you made and you make every day. And I think we're in a position where we need to own that. That's what it means to be the man that God designed. We work. We take care. We work, we take care, we serve, and we guard. We worship, and we protect. I mean, it's this incredible balance. And I think that's where you need to take some inventory on the good that you're doing right now. I mean, let's just take a moment. In the last 24 hours, what's something that you did that made someone feel a little bit safer? I know you have something. It could be from the way that you drove, the way you reacted, the way that you responded or didn't respond to a certain kind of emotional charge. It could be something you did at work that just made someone else's life a little bit easier. Can you find it? In that moment, you are being what God designed you to be. There is a rightness and a goodness to it. It's why God called it very good. And to spend a day knowing that today I may not be compensated for all that I'm worth, but I am making contribution wherever I go. You know, when we have this mindset, we step into a powerful, powerful place. So, being a hero is not necessarily what we're aiming at, but everything that we do according to these words is heroic. And so I thought it would be good to have a little bit of kind of hero flex. Little things that you did that you probably, until I called your attention to it, probably didn't think anything of it. What are some of those little things that you did, you kind of go, oh yeah, I did make that place a little safer when I didn't respond. I did get up and kill that bug. And there was a rightness to that. I did open that pickle jar. But what are those things? Let's have just some people kind of share. Yeah. Wow. God would call that worship. Okay, what else? Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's funny because when you think about that, seems so trivial, but how would we feel about that same scenario if he didn't do that? If he watched Sports Center while his wife was getting ready and just kind of, hey babe, see you later. I mean, we would all look at him and go, dude, come on. And yet now we're like going, oh yeah, he did what with cold coffee? That's a little bit extra. But yeah, God would call that worship. Yeah.
So just trying to get into the habit of praying with my wife in the mornings, even when I'm like not feeling great. I'm just like, all right, you might have to be the one leading the prayer here. If not, I'll just do it for you or something. But that's one of the things we feel like it brings us closer together.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, all of a sudden when we do things like that, the world's just a little safer for our wives. She's a little bit more confident because she knows that there's a man who fears God trying to do his best, even if she's got to carry the weight, the fact that he initiated it. She doesn't disrespect that. That's like, ooh, he wants to pray with me. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what being a man is all about. Just by doing what God designed him to do and being what he was created to be, that word, peace, is always going to be closely used behind. And we will pray for your daughter. Yeah, amen. Yes?
I normally get up and I feed my son. He usually wakes up around like 3 o'clock. And usually finish feeding him and try and put him back to sleep around 3:30. And then I have my morning routine and all that. And then this morning he was happy, but he was not tired at all. So I just
See a routine.
and I just sat with him in my lap for like an hour.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Well, and just from experience, that memory will be one of your favorites in the years to come. But, I don't know if you guys remember, maybe I'm dating myself, but when I first started going to college, there was a really popular ad, and this is mentioned in the book, but I remember it very specifically. It was like a kind of not an overly ripped guy, but he was shirtless, and he was holding a baby. You remember that one? And it was the most popular poster ever sold. And you think, what is the deal? Because he's not one of those freaks of nature, but it was just this baby who was obviously thrilled being held, And and women just went crazy. And I think the author's right, because in that moment they saw what we were designed to be. People that bring peace just by our presence. You know, people that make sure that they're valued as they go off to work. Yeah, Stacy. What? I feel more secure now. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And the reason why I want us to kind of start here is because these little things reverse everyone's problem with man, with being men. This is the solution that the world is looking for. And what seems second nature to us, because many of us have been doing this for a while, or we know what Jesus would do and all that sort of thing, because we're guided like that, we are the exception to the rule. And I want us to be proud of what we are. Not because we're just, we're going to bang our drums and get all fired up, but because we're doing the little things that work the garden and take care of everything in it. That's what we're designed to do. And so with that in mind, I would like us to take just a little bit of time here, get into groups of 3 and 4. And what I'd like us to do, we did this a lot in St. Louis, so it's just a way that, and please get with someone that you don't normally get with, but talk about the good that's going on in your life. I mean, now we kind of have a template, we shared a few things, you're probably thinking like, hey, I did that, I do that too. That's a great idea, I'm going to start doing that. Let's talk about the good, but then let's also talk about the bad. I mean, it would be a shame if we didn't know about your daughter. We need a place where we could talk about the things that we're concerned about, the things that are going on that we're trying to overcome, because that's where we kind of show up in the Genesis style way anyway. That's when we're needed the most. And we need to be with guys who can say, hey, I've been there. Here's something you could do. But then we also need to talk about the ugly. There's not a one of us that walked in here without sin. We need a place where we can talk about it. And even if you don't know the people that you're with, you know who they are because they're Genesis 2 guys. They're just going to help tend the garden. And they're going to make sure you're doing well too. So let's take about 15 minutes. Break into groups of 3. Trust me, if you're in a group of more than 4, you'll never get past the good. So 4 at the most. Try to make it with people that you don't normally get to hang out with, and especially if they're a different age than you. Yep, and I'm probably going to be sending food home with everyone. So let's take 15 minutes right now and talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. JP, where's your group? All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and finish up here. I should have given a 1-minute warning, but I didn't. So let's do this. Yeah. Oh, okay. That high pitch. Let's close out with some prayer. Let's just maybe 3 guys just kind of pray for the whole group. But I would love for this just to be whoever feels moved to pray, you pray, and then we'll have 3 gentlemen pray, and then we'll be dismissed. But what we do need when we are dismissed, we do need obviously to set the chairs back up so we don't get yelled at. We need help putting up the tables. I do not want to take any of the food home. So feel free to have at whatever you want. Yeah, you'll be serving me by doing that. But yeah, so let's make sure we do a great job of finishing up tonight. All right, let's have some 3 guys pray.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for your spirit was with us today. Thank you for allowing men to come alongside men to be the best man that we can be, Father. Thank you for your grace, your peace, and your mercy in our lives. Each and every one of us in here as we study the Bible and as we come alongside more mature men or less mature men, we all have something to give. We all have something to share, Lord. You've given us experiences in our lives which are monumental to us. But we're there, and we go through what we go through. We went through what we went through for someone else. Amen. So that someone else can have someone that they can relate to, so we can come alongside them. Amen. Pray for them.